Merhaba, ben Nurdan Gündoğdu. Işık Üniversitesi 4. sınıf psikoloji öğrencisiyim.
Hi, I am Nurdan Gündoğdu, a fourth-year psychology student at Işık University. Our department was established in 2009. I am one of its first students. Our department was established to produce psychologists and at the same time scientists. If I were to talk about our department's courses, some of the mandatory courses are social psychology, experimental psychology, and developmental psychology. Among the elective courses, there are dependency class, introduction to clinical psychology, and art therapy courses. There are also laboratories in our department. We use these laboratories to do applied courses. For example, in experimental psychology, we used the labs a lot. We also use the laboratory a lot for social psychology. In the last year of our department, we do a graduation project. We decide on the topic for this project with our advisor, and then we choose an advisor to do the project with. I want to give this message to those who are planning on studying the Department of Psychology. When you come here, you will gain both theoretic and applied knowledge, and you will be able to develop this knowledge through experiments and applications. There is a great teaching staff here. I believe you will be able to do great work with them, because we were also doing this work before. If you too want to be part of the work we do here, then we are waiting for you at the Department of Psychology at Işık University. After graduating from our department, you have the ability to work in many different areas. Some of these places are rehabilitation centers, hospitals, and organizational institutions. After I graduate, I want to do my master's in academic psychology. After the master's, I want to continue with my doctorate, because I want to work as both a practitioner and also as an academic. Hi, I am Dikle Öztürk, a third-year student in the Department of Psychology at Işık University. Now I want to tell you about my department. The goal that the Department of Psychology was established for was to produce well-equipped psychologists, both occupationally and applied fields. There are some mandatory courses we have to take. Example of those mandatory courses are developmental psychology, social psychology, statistics, and psychopathology. For elective courses, we have Introduction to Clinics, Dependency in Adolescence, and Midwife Brain Training. Outside of this, we also have laboratories. We do not actively use these laboratories. Our laboratories were opened in the 2011 academic year. There are 9 units in this psychology laboratory, and one of these units is a room completely equipped with technology for psychology, and in this room we do all of our scientific experiments. The other rooms are for small group work. Internships are not mandatory for us, however, our instructors are very well equipped and they give us opportunities to do internships. They show us where and the way to do it. However, we do have to do a thesis. For our graduation thesis, the instructors work with us individually. Our psychology club has a bulletin, which is a bulletin they put out on the internet called Psychomedia. There is a lot of interest in psychomedia because it is the first time in Işık University Psychology Department where they have videos with sound on it on the web. Why did I choose this department? I specifically chose Işık University because it has a great academic staff who is experienced, young, and dynamic. I believe the easiest way to understand people is by studying psychology. I believe I can help people, and I believe it will help me to know myself better. That is why I chose the Department of Psychology. This department has given us a lot and offers many opportunities. Our school is especially supportive to the students in this way. We can do experiments on our friends or on other students. It also has a very active psychology club. Our psychology department is a new department. Our instructors are very good and attentive. That is why if you want to get a good English education in psychology, the Işık University is the right choice. In an occupational sense as well as a theoretical and applied sense, when we graduate from the Department of Psychology, we can work in the public and private sectors. If we gave some examples of this, there would be private education centers for those with handicaps and autism, detention facilities, or in a different area, the industry department, human resources, advertising, hospitals, and nurseries. After I graduate, I want to move towards clinical psychology. For this, I have to do a master's. After that, I am also thinking of doing a doctorate.
I am Efe Altıoka, a psychology student. I'm in the third year at the moment, and I will graduate in 2 years. I will give you some general information about Işık University. I'm studying on the Şile campus. I will give you a little information now about the courses in the Faculty of Arts and Sciences. We start with basic psychology, then move on to courses from more our departments such as social psychology and developmental psychology, and in the last years we take courses to specialize in the field we want to be in. For more prominent students, there are courses like clinical psychology, industry psychology, or psychology of communication. Our department is then finished with a thesis. There's a project. You don't just take courses and finish. We also have the opportunity to use laboratories, and we also receive research funding. Many of the teachers who teach our courses are already doing many research projects. The laboratories have EKG measurement instruments, blood pressure measurement equipment, and other physiological measurement equipment, as well as computers, video cameras, and all other equipment we need to get physiological data so that we can all do different kinds of research. You can also get a place in these projects as a student assistant. The psychology is the science that studies and tries to explain human behavior. It is a science that tries to learn how people will act, how they act now, tries to explain these behaviors, and if there is a problem, find the root of the problem and solve it. Why did I choose this department? Psychology is a department I wanted to study for a long time. Also, I was curious about people's behavior and where they come from. I am interested in and working more towards social psychology, the relationship between the masses and what makes these relationships and interactions happen. The reason I chose Işık University is because it was a campus university. It had its own campus. Also, the year I entered the Department of Psychology was very new, and it had a very good academic staff, and it is a department that keeps growing and developing. It is now in its 4th year and is going to have its first graduates this year. The academic staff and the laboratories have advanced a lot in the past 4 years, and for a university to develop so quickly is a great thing. Also, the teachers' CVs will give you more information about this. Also, with the elective course that are available, like human resources, this university is a bit more attractive than others because here we have more elective courses which we are able to take. You can take courses about subjects which you are more interested in. You can take cinema courses, you can take philosophy courses, or many others which make it a good place to study. For me, I believe that the university has an open door policy. This is what that means. The student can go to see the teachers whenever they want. This is one thing which I have used the most in the psychology department. I have never been turned away when I went to go see a teacher. It can be for anything. Homework, grades, classes, or to look at my papers. I have never been turned away, and every time I have always gotten an answer from them. I also use the laboratories a lot. The labs are never locked and are always open for the students to use. Books about psychology make up a significant portion of the material in the library. Since the library is open 24 hours, you can go any day of the week to get books, so you never have to worry about having the books you need. For those who are planning on choosing this department and university, I can say this. If you really want to study at the Department of Psychology, then Işık University is a good place to do it. Like a lot of departments in Işık University, the Department of Psychology is very good and is comparable to many other universities, and Işık University also has things that others don't. The first thing that comes to mind is that it is a campus university. Because it is a campus university, you are right there for all the club events. Interpersonal relationships are made better, and the flow of knowledge is also much more. People talk to each other more. If you really want to study psychology, I would recommend the Department of Psychology. Psychology is not as easy as it looks. It is a department in which you have to work hard, just like all the other departments. However, it is a great department to have fun in while studying. The university operates with American credit system. For this, after completing certain credit points, you have this graduation status. This is valid for psychology department as it is valid for all other departments. Apart from this, psychology department has also project subjects. We get 6 credit class as a project. This class includes a project prepared by us, and the research you perform under your supervising teacher. It is sort of like a thesis, so you have to finish the undergraduate school with a thesis to graduate. After you graduate, the fields that you can work are counseling, hospitals, and also human resources. Or according to the field you specialize in, if you specialize in industrial psychology, you can work for the companies which perform employment or prepares employment questionnaires. Apart from that, studying on clinical psychology, you can find a job in hospitals. Studying behavioral psychology, you can work for many therapy centers. Studying developmental psychology, you can work in schools and in many other fields. My goal after graduation is to continue with grad school. I want to study on social psychology and continue in this field. In general, I want to steer for being an academic, working as a teaching assistant at the beginning. And then I want to continue to learn by this way and produce more information.